Yo, yo, yo. What up, YouTube? Long time no post. I made a video today, but I stumbled upon these old clips back when I first got started. Maybe it was August or September 2025. Some clips of me at the driving range doing a little practice routine. Just going off the top of my head, this was hard to watch because that swing is looking funky. Even those chip shots, the stance, the setup, takeaway, those takeaways, it's okay, but what really gets me is the follow through, that knee bend right there in the finish. It just seems like an unfinished finish. But I figured I'd put this at the beginning of this video so we can see my progress from about 6 months ago. And I played 9 holes today after work. Didn't play my best, didn't play my worst. It was alright. But I did record a hole, and we'll show that at the end of this video. But I hadn't intended on posting this a while back, but never got around to it. And I've been working on the game as much as I can. Whoa, hello, a little shanker there. But some things had come up and had to work on my car, focus on work. But the main goal was to be golfing. So here I am, posting another video for you. I had a few short videos, but no full long format uploads lately. Just that first one when I started. Anyways, so now I've moved on to what looks like some type of iron here, short iron. Not a wedge, but not a long iron. And it just looks really blocky. I've got the alignment sticks, probably trying to hit it about 140 yards. Could be a 7 iron, but more than likely it's a 9 iron or pitch and wedge, I can't remember. As you can see, kind of just rifling through these balls here. Got a very upright posture, and looks like some over the top path. All in all, not too great, but this is why I was recording, so I could kind of reevaluate and recap myself. Trying too hard to hit the ball is what it looks like here, instead of just swinging the club. This is a part of that one was a little better. Looks like I liked that one. Good one to end on. Part of the game that I've been going over in my head is, do I hit the ball or do I swing the club? Am I a ball hitter or am I a club swinger? Gotta get the warm-up stick out. It was a hot day. That's all I remember. Hot, sunny day. Definitely had some Definitely sweating, cranking out those range balls. But like I said, trying to hit too hard and just not letting the club do what it needs to do. That chicken wing kind of scrunchy shoulder finish with the knee kind of bend is, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not a full finish. And holding the finish is something that I've done since the beginning, and I'm glad I do that because it really gives me a chance to see a kind of a little glimpse into maybe what I was thinking, and it just looks like I'm thinking of hitting the next ball already, but at least I'm holding the finish. And anyways, I'm not perfect right now, but looking back, this is just looking very, very cringy to watch. We're gonna get through this though. Maybe I could fast forward through some of it, but it's only about 5 or 6 minutes of the old footage there. Worm burner. Alright, enough of that. Let's clear our mind, stretch out, grab a different club, and overall just very eager to get better. Chasing the dragon of consistent penetrating ball flight with the control, obviously. Aim control. Right at this time is when I realized I needed to start working on some things. I didn't know where to start, but shortly after this, maybe around this time period, I really started working on my grip, my posture, and my takeaway, so that I could have a solid structure, and this would hopefully lead to better contact and more consistency. Still working on the consistency and the contact, but I've dabbled a lot with the grip, the posture, and the takeaway, and I think I've more or less settled into where I'm comfortable for now. Got a lot of head movement. I see the shoulders not really getting through as the head is turning. But anyways, I'm not a technical. I might be thinking about some technical things or talking about it, but I really am not qualified to really say this. So, just kind of going off what I see here, what stands out to me. Looks like I ended on a good one there. Move on to something else. I thought I had some driver footage in there. Let's see. Might need to adjust that. Alright, looks like I forgot to put that clip in there, but here's the driver footage. I had a few minutes of it, but we'll just do a short minute or two. And I had a swing thought of just hanging on to it there, and right there, hanging on through impact. I've learned that's not necessarily correct, but it was working today, or on this day. And it looks like my contact was good, and I'm swinging hard enough to really produce a follow through. Using a different shaft and driver setup, obviously, but slow takeaway, holding the finish, and trying to at least initiate the downswing with some control. Anyways, moving on to today, March 2026. This is my this was my practice warm-up session. I always start with some putting, even though they just punched the greens. I figured I'd just roll the rock and try to get the speed, which I'm glad I did, because the speed had picked up a little more than the last few days from the fresh punch. Didn't make every putt. I was a little disappointed with some of those misses. They were little short putts. But I've just been working on my routine, I guess. Lining up the ball. Looking for the read. And rolling a good stroke. We're trying to focus on the ball's rolling end over end. And using the same stance, grip, and all that with the putting here. I cut my putter down and put a new grip on it. Don't really have much content of how it was set up before, but I love my putter nowadays. One of the more how do you want to say it? I'm excited to putt now. So yeah, it's been 6 months and got some tighter pants and a ponytail and a little more confidence in my system, I guess. Still working on confidence in general. But at least I know I'm doing more or less the same thing every time, so I can kind of catch the mistakes as they come. And when I get to see myself in these clips, I can kind of just see how the whole system, how the whole package is functioning here. And my takeaway from today's footage is I just look a little tense. I didn't feel tense when I was putting, but when I'm looking at the footage, it looks like I'm tense. Looks like I'm kind of popping at the ball. Looks like I'm hitting it, and I just look very compact and almost like I'm leaning over it too much. So try to give myself some room in the future. Maybe focus on my breathing more. Rolling the rock. Happy to make that one. Take a little break, show you my new setup here. There's a putter. It's about 32 3/4 with the grip. Put a counterweight and a new Lampkin Super Stroker collab grip, something like that, pistol grip. And I got some irons. Probably not ready for these, but I like them. Hit them good most time. New different wedge setup. 60, 56, and gap wedge is like a 48, 49, something like that. Putter is a TaylorMade Rosa Lambo putter that I got from my old man. It's the only putter I really ever used, and I like it, so I figured why change that? I should just focus on my technique. So once I got the putter more or less fit for me, I started getting more into the technique and the setup. Trying to produce a good roll here. Took me a few, actually it took me these 3 putts I think I missed. And I was just working on a little short putt. Forgot my tripod today, couldn't find it, so I just decided to just use my backpack. Anyways, I don't have any footage of my old putting from 6 months ago, but That's because I didn't really care about putting. Now I do realize the importance of putting strokes, what that can do for you. Once you start hitting a green and reg, you really want to make that putt. So here's where I'm at. Same shoes though. Love those shoes. I'm a Nike shoe person. I got Nike cleats, but these Pumas are really comfortable. They don't make them anymore. They made a different model now. But they fit me the best, and I don't really have to think about them too much when I'm walking around. They fit great. Anyways, they're a little soft. It's kind of a mesh shoe. Not the most structure in it, but usually play 9 with these if I don't feel like changing over. Obviously I've seen the break 3 times on this putt, but that's not really the point here. It's just getting the reps in, trying to be consistent. I usually tend to miss my putts to the left. I've noticed that. So I try to make sure I either just consciously err on the right and try not to shut down the putt too much. I did a lot of chipping today, and it was great. I wish I recorded. I had a little chipping battle with a stranger, and we were playing closest to the pin, and I was really checking the ball and controlling, getting good spin, and I did not get the clips. I just got carried away, set the camera down, and just started chopping it up. And after I realized, oh man, I should have just left it rolling the whole time, because that was a golden moment. So I felt like I needed to get some clips, so I rushed through and grabbed this last chipping clip. And we're off. This was the hole I got to record today. Driver off the tee. I just remember something felt funny about this drive, something about my contact. Didn't realize I wasn't in the frame either. Forgive me for that. I'm working on the capturing. But the distance was alright. Not my longest drive. But the form, the swing didn't look too geeky, I don't think. Looked a little better compared to 6 months ago. It was middle of the fairway. And 186 to the pin. Got some wind. Was gonna go with a 6-iron, I think, here. And then I changed my mind and decided to hit a 3 hybrid and try to land it up on that tiered green. Contact was good. Kind of overdrew it a little bit, and it landed in
right in the bunker. It went left.
The bunker. Shout out to Dan Greaves. That's where I learned my bunker technique. Still working on it. Wish that had more spin. Didn't really grab. And here we are with the putting.
Breaking less than normal.
This is my chance to par it. And just kind of missed there. Wobbled a little off the line.
bogey again?
Lost my putter cover. Went back for it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this video is fun to watch for you. I'll be making some more as soon as I can. Thank you. Peace out.